Okay, cool. So now I'm recording. You got the frame, Helen? We're friends on Facebook. We really don't know each other, but we recognize that we're both in network marketing companies. And I maybe chatted you in Messenger, and somehow, some way, I got you to get on a phone call. Okay? And we can talk about how I can get Helen on a phone call, but let's just get right to the point. We're prospecting. Helen, how are you?
Good, thanks.
I love it. Thank you so much for taking my call. I super appreciate you. I got a couple of professional questions that I want to ask you. Do you have a couple of minutes for me?
Yeah, sure, go on.
Listen, I'm actively looking for people to build a community, to build a team, and I thought of you. I thought of you because I've seen some content on your profile that is about network marketing, about business. Are you comfortable with having a conversation about business with me?
Yeah, sure, I like business.
Wonderful. You like business. So that's the first thing, because I was going to ask you, what's your philosophy on business? Have you been in business before, Helen?
Yes, I have 30 years of it, Fabian.
Oh my goodness, 30 years. I didn't know about you. That's amazing. 30 years of business. What kind of experience in business do you have? 30 years. That's a long time. Maybe
No,
just
well, there's actually 2 or 3, but the main ones are a records and information management business, which is a face-to-face business. Get contracts, do it, that sort of thing, employ staff to do it. And the other one's been multi-level marketing. So there's been 5 all up, but there's only 1 that I've been successful in.
Understood. So it sounds like you have a little bit of traditional business and a little bit of online business, home-based business experience. And that's really, really amazing, because that's the kind of people I'm looking to work with, people with experience in business. So would you say, like, maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, Helen, what's your experience in business? Are you excited about it, or are you kind of like not really so much excited about it? And what would you give yourself?
Scale of 1 to 10, it's a 10. I get up every day excited about both businesses, actually, and there's a bit of a struggle about which one do I focus on first.
That's amazing. Helen, so you mentioned home-based business and network marketing. How long have you been in that industry for?
I didn't get the question.
You mentioned in business that you've done some traditional things and some home-based businesses. How long have you been on the home-based business side of things for?
Oh, look, I won't bore you with the full story, but the first one was in 1990, and it was actually proven in the courts in New Zealand to be a pyramid scheme. So they had to give us all back our money. So that wasn't so good. However, I also hadn't sold to anybody. And then the next 3, never made any money out of them, and then gave up. But in 2017, I found another MLM that I quite like, their ethics, their product, their auto ship, all of those things that can really knock you off your perch if it's all too much. Really.
Wow, that sounds like a bit of a roller coaster, up and down and all around. But at least you had your seatbelt on, because you're still here today to share the story. And you seem pretty positive and upbeat about it. That's another thing. I'm looking to work with some positive and upbeat people and people with experience. And I know your time is valuable, so I'll just jump right to it. The individuals and team that I'm working with are significant individuals, and as I'm growing and building my team, I want to make sure that I'm working with the right people. And this may not be for you. This completely may not be for you. And you may be completely happy with the company that you're working with. You may be completely happy with the product and services that you're doing. But crazy question, if I were to share some details and information about what I'm doing, is there any level of interest? And even before you answer that question, I want this to be comfortable. I don't want to come off any kind of way, but if there is any level of interest, is that something that you would want to discover more about?
Yep, I'm curious before I get serious.
Curious before you get serious. Okay, great. Let's stop this role play. Let's do another role play with somebody else that is not in network marketing, that is not so excited about it. I want someone to be a tough ass. Teresa.
I will
pick me. Pick me.
I will be, because I'm kind of burnt out with it.
Well, I don't want burnt out. I want someone to
I'm
play.
not burnt out, but
I'm a cynical tough ass. You want me?
Remember, I told you I was going to be a tough one to train.
Okay, so we have Peter, we have Nikki, we have Teresa, and we have Terry. In the chat, I want you to vote on who you want to do. So you can only pick one name. It's either Peter, Nikki, Teresa, or Terry, and the person with the most name gets the role play with me.
Terry.
Looks like Peter's winning. 2 for Terry. 3.
Well, I guess no one likes the Brit.
I'm scared of the Brits. You told me, you warned me about you.
Should be.
All right, Peter, you're up. Let's set the frame. Peter is not in network marketing. He's aware of it maybe, but he's not currently in network marketing. Peter's just a average Joe. He worked all of his life. He has had a regular job all of his life, and Peter's just Peter. Peter, can you get that frame? You get that frame, my friend? Okay. We're talking about prospecting, and I'm going to block everyone out, and I'm going to pin Peter so I can actually make a connection.
And you want me to be a tough sell, huh?
Well, I just want you, yeah, sure, why not? Be tough.
Okay.
And same frame. Peter, me and you only know each other on the internet, and that's it. We just became friends. And we may have engaged on each other's profiles, liking and commenting, but nothing really, really serious. Like this is as cold as it can be. And we're prospecting. And this is for people who want to prospect. Prospecting is fast, it's unstable, but you know what I love about prospecting? You get a yes or a no almost right away. There's no BS. And we're going to do the same thing. Let's say I got Peter on the phone magically. I could talk about how to get a strategy with Peter on the phone, but let's say I just got Peter on the phone. Let's say it's a 2-step process like everybody else. I'm on the phone with Peter. Peter, what's up, dude? Can you hear me?
Yeah, not much.
Hey, listen, I appreciate you taking the time to get on the phone, and I promise I value it. I won't bore you or keep you on the phone for so long. You got a couple of minutes for me?
What, right now?
Yeah, do you have a couple of minutes for me right now, or is it a bad time?
Yeah, I'll be right there, honey. It's that bloke that I met on the internet. Yeah.
Well, hey, listen.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, go ahead.
Listen, I appreciate you, man. This is a professional conversation, and if the timing's not right, Peter, I can tell that you got other things going on. Just be straight up with me. Could you be straight up with me?
Yeah.
Okay, wonderful. I appreciate you being direct with me as well, Peter. So listen, I want to have a professional conversation with you. I'm into business and business development, and I'm always looking and actively recruiting for the right people. And I don't really know if you're the right person or not, but I want to just take a couple of minutes here and see if we can collaborate on a project that I'm working on. Peter, what is your business experience? Have you ever done a business?
Sorry, are you a project manager?
I do several things in different verticals, Peter. But I'm just curious. I'm curious. What experience do you have in business? Do you have any experience in business, doing a business, having a business?
Oh, me, no. I worked all my life for somebody else. I always get a regular paycheck, and I'm just working 3 days a week now. Because the missus and I, we're maybe looking at retiring, and won't be too long before we probably go into a retirement home or something like that, I think.
I understand. You sounds like you're a hardworking man, and especially getting ready to retire with the missus sounds like you're an exciting part of your life. What are your thoughts around business? Have you ever thought about wanting to start a business for any reason?
Oh, mate, I don't have that sort of money. Some of my friends have started businesses. One of them was a travel agent. Then they got burned in the GFC. Another one, like a bricklayer and stuff like that. That's just hard work. So yeah, I haven't really thought about it.
Yeah, that's the truth. There's so many different business models, and some are more trying than others, and some have more ability to have leverage than others as well too. And you mentioned that businesses are expensive to start, and I do agree. But are you familiar with businesses that don't require a lot of startup capital to get started?
No, I can't say that I am.
Well, if there was a business model that didn't require a ton of startup capital, would you be interested or curious about hearing any details about that?
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm sort of winding down.
You did
I don't
mention,
know.
Peter, that you're looking towards retirement and, you're working really
Yeah.
hard at this job. Do you feel that your job is, the income that you're making at the job, is it really setting you up to retire when you want to retire and how you want to retire?
Oh, no, like no one's got that sort of money, You just do the best you can, you have to make some sacrifices when you stop working full time, and we're prepared to, do that. We did think that we'd like to travel, maybe over to the United Kingdom, because I've always enjoyed the Pommies. They're good people, but yeah, that's probably not going to happen now.
I understand that. It sounds like you got some big goals there, and from one man to another. Here's what I'll say: don't dream big or don't dream small, man. Continue to dream big. It sounds like listen. I know you love your wife, and you're doing everything that you can currently to provide for her, especially
Yeah.
in your later years as a retirement, right? And
Yeah.
again, I have an insane, ridiculous network of people who are doing, amazing things. And again, I'm curious. The reason why I'm asking you about business is I'm just trying to gauge your interest in wanting to do a business, especially if the startup cost was really not something exorbitant. Maybe on a scale of 1 to 10, Peter, if there was a way for you to start a business that didn't really break the piggy bank, that you can, start part-time, small, and then build your way towards your goals of retirement, would that be any kind of information that you want to go over and cover with me?
Well, I guess I'm smart enough to know, you shouldn't say no up front straight away to stuff.
I like that. I like that.
My father actually was, he said never looked a gift horse in the mouth, but, we've got to know each other a bit. You seem like a half decent bloke. So, if you want to send me some information, I suppose that'd be all right.
We'll love it. If I can ask you maybe 1 or 2 more questions, because here's the deal, Peter. You seem like a very busy man. You're very direct. I really appreciate that about you. And I don't want to waste your time, and I really value the time that you've given to me. It sounds like you're open about business, if it was a good fit, and it sounds like you're open about hearing some information. But let me talk to you about the home-based business industry. How familiar are you with the home-based business industry, if at all?
No, I don't know about that sort of thing.
Right. The home-based business, there's a lot of things in that arena where you don't have to have high capital to invest in home-based businesses. The startup cost is pretty low. The yield is pretty high, but it really depends on your work ethic. It depends on, essentially your goals and how much you want to do it. I understand you're at your retirement age in your years, and but your work ethic, where would you say, if there was an opportunity for you to have a low cost startup with high potential yields on the back end, is that something where I can share more information to you?
Yeah, like I've always worked hard. So if you're asking me am I a hard worker, then, Brenda will tell you that I'm a hard worker. I've worked hard all my life.
All right, let's pause right there. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Peter, for playing the game.
You're welcome.
Ladies and gentlemen, Peter was pretty tough, but in all of his toughness, what's your takeaway? In all of Peter's toughness, what's your takeaway? You can open up your phone, because I'm 11 minutes past and my dinner smells so.
You never got to know.
I never
got to know.
Nope. What did I do?
You just kept asking questions and not getting answers.
I just kept asking questions. Who else?
I think you would have got a sale eventually.
You think I would have gotten a sale eventually? Teresa said he had a lot of fears and self-doubts. What did I do when he had fears and self-doubts? What did I do? It's about me.
You reaffirmed him. He was a hard-working man, that sort of stuff.
I rephrased it. I took what he said and I applied it right back to him.
You mirrored? That's what they call mirroring. I have a question. When you feel somebody like that and you just know that they may be not ready to do it, or they just kind of like I was like, why would I waste my time with somebody who's not wanting quite yet? I mean, yeah, maybe it's $47, but it's feel like to me, I was wasting my time a little bit, you know? Like I much rather go for somebody who is like, yeah, let's go, let's do it. Where I'm like, yeah, you know, I mean, I'll put them on the side, but
that's 1,010% my point right here. I wasted 5 minutes, not wasted, I demonstrated. But I would not go that deep with Peter.
Yeah.
But I'm showing you a strategy and a tactic. If you guys are so about prospecting and you want to get it, I'm showing you and demonstrating how you can do it without.
I'm glad that you said so, because I was like, I'm not doing this. I'm sorry.
Can I say his energy at the beginning just sounded very blah, you know. If somebody was on the other end of the phone with me having that attitude, I'm like, oh, this person is not into what I'm about to tell them.
But I wanted Peter to be tough. Peter's a great actor. I wanted him to be deliberate and to be tough, because I want to show you at the end of the day, depending on how hard you want to work, depending on how bad you need it or want it, how you can do it with still holding your integrity and still not coming across like a douchebag. Excuse me for my language. But there is ways to do things. If you want.
From Peter's point of view, you warm Peter up during the conversation, and at the end, Peter was happy to receive the information. So really all you're doing at this point is booking the next step in the process. And, you know, Peter may very well, like those dreams of travel and stuff, get reignited and fired up, and Peter could actually be Fabian's best distributor. You don't know.
I don't know, but I'm willing to fight for it, or I'm not willing to fight for it. Well, it's not even about me. It's about you. What you're willing to fight for, and yes, Teresa, and what your threshold is. Teresa, and then Nikki.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is why it's really important to also be clear on your overall message of what you're doing, because, like, for instance, like part of my overall message is this idea of letting women know that you don't have to do things alone, and that people can help you in whatever aspect that looks like. But like in this particular moment, it was a beautiful thing to be able to draw those things out of Peter so that you can talk to him about it and then rephrase what he's telling you so that he can hear it. Because even though it's a waste of time for business, it might not be a waste of time for, you know, if you're looking at it more like a mission and you're blessing him, you're sharing that love. And then who knows who Peter knows? Like, I definitely agree with Averia that, like, I would not ask Peter to join my team at this point, because I would be like having to encourage him to work all the time at this, you know, that mindset. But he's going to keep watching me. He now knows, likes, and trusts me because we spent time in this deep conversation. And then if he does know somebody, he's going to be like one of those raving fans, right? Where he's going to say, hey, you should, if you want to do this, you know, you should go see this person.
Exactly what Teresa said. I would make sure I would get his shadow, and like, just without talking to him, make sure that he remembers about me. Because if he would see me, then he will approach me. But I would not waste my time on somebody to like try to convince. I did it so many times, it never works. It just never works.
I'm really a nice person.
I like you, Peter. No, I would be like getting to know you and like going
your time.
Go ahead, Nick.
out here.
No.
Well, they pretty much took the words out of my, you know, what I was going to say. You know, I mean, you know, he's good. You know, if you're friending them, and the fact you kept asking him questions and making him feel comfortable. But the thing is, if you have to convince somebody to join your team, they're just going to be hard work.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't pronounce your name. Ivera.
Yeah.
You know, someone that's excited. But yes, I'm not going to forget about the people, you know, that are interested but are not ready, because sometime down the road they could be. but I'm more focused on the people that are ready to go now. I don't want to have to convince anybody. That sounds like desperation.
So Dawn's follow-up is just for record at my original question had nothing to do with prospecting. So Dawn, open up your line. What are you trying to get at? Maybe I'm not picking up what you're putting down.
Y'all have gotten out in such a rabbit hole that I don't even know where we're at now.
All right, let me go back to your original question. Your original question was, I guess what I don't understand is if we are helping other people in their businesses, how does that correlate with getting them in our business or in our downline? Well, we're helping other people with skills. We're not necessarily helping them with their businesses. So I'll do an example with that. And let's see if I can connect the dots that way. So who else wants to role play with me while I take a bite of my dinner?
I'll do it if nobody else is up.
Who's up, Teresa?
I put my hand, I was waving my hand.
Oh, go for Nikki.
Let Nikki go. She's been waiting. Let Nikki go.
I had my thing off. I tried to stay mute, you know.
Okay. Here's the process that I would go. Well, maybe I don't need a role play, but maybe just stay available for the role play. Here's how I would help somebody, right? In business, when you're trying to sell something, before you sell them, you have to market to them. When you're marketing to somebody, when you're marketing to somebody, you know that they're the right candidate because you've identified that they have a problem. Hopefully that person that has a problem is also aware of solutions, and hopefully that person that's aware of the problems and solutions, hopefully they tried some other products to help them solve those solutions. For me, that's like the trifecta of the right avatar. Someone has to be problem aware, product, solution. I know you've heard me say that at least once before. So in my marketing efforts, what I'm doing is I'm asking questions about people's problems. Who has this problem? Who has this goal? Who has this desire? So a first step I would do is a market research question. Hey, what's your number one problem on building your business online? Question.
I've gone through my warm market and I don't know who else to show.
Brilliant. So let's say the cadence is everyone is telling me they've gone through their warm market and they don't know what else to show. Okay. Then from that problem, I would create an asset, which we're going to call a lead magnet for this example, that identifies and solves the very first step of that problem. I went through my warm market. I don't know who else to talk to, right? And let's say that lead magnet is I'm going to create a guide. And let's say that guide is how to talk to people after you've exhausted your warm market. And I will put a post up saying something like the lines of, it's a shame that after network marketers run through their warm market, they have nobody else to talk to. I'm describing the problem and the pain that they have. Dawn, are you with me so far? Okay. It's a shame that after network marketers go through their warm market, that they feel that they don't have anyone else to talk to. I'm here to say that it's easier than they think. I just created a guide. I just created a training that will show network marketers how to talk to people that would be interested in their business without having to bother their family and friends.
Well, how the heck do you do that?
Hashtag, well, this is my post. I'm saying this is the post. Hashtag whatever. Hashtag how the hell do I do that? And I'll share the details below. So now Nikki says, hashtag how the hell do I do that? Are we tracking? Are we? I don't want to go fast. Dawn, are you still with me too? Because this is for you. Sweet. So now Nikki says that in the comments, and I respond, hey, Nikki, is it okay if I send you a message in Messenger?
Yes, please.
Okay, great. Now I go into Messenger with Nikki. So let's review before I go further. Number one, I asked a question to the market, a question about a problem that they have after they burnt through their warm market, or a question about building a business online. And then the response is, I don't know what to do after I talk to all my friends. And then the next day I posted something that alleviates the problem. And I put a message out there that's attractive. It's not clickbaity, but it's attractive. And then Nikki commented, and I asked her for permission to go into Messenger. Is everyone with me so far? Yes? Is there anyone there's not with me so far? Okay, great. Then I get into Messenger. This is where the magic happens. Hey, Nikki, thanks for commenting. Well, how the heck do I do that on my Facebook post? Send. I want to make sure that this training and guide is a good fit for you and maybe even customize it for you. Send. Is it okay if I ask you 2-3 quick questions? Send. It's on you now, Nikki.
Hell yes, please.
Awesome
Really
explanation.
say no to that.
Awesome explanation point send. Well, usually people don't say no to that. Sometimes people just don't respond to it, but no one says no to it.
Well, they're stupid.
Well, keep role playing with me. Don't go off the beaten path. Great. For starters, tell me a little bit about where you are at with trying to talk to people that aren't family and friends.
I just don't know what to say to them. I mean, you know, I've never met these people. How the heck are they going to trust me? They're going to think I'm pitching or spamming them.
I completely understand what you're saying. Send. Let me redirect for a second. What kind of goals, how many people would you want to talk to on a daily basis that's a good fit for you? Send.
Well, I'd say right for now, about 3 to 5.
Amazing. Now, Nikki, you seem on top of it. You seem smart and you know, you have the desire. What do you think is missing from you talking to 3 to 5 people a day? Send.
I just don't know what to say, or, you know, if they're interested and they want to get on a call, I'm afraid to get on a call with them.
I remember being afraid too. I don't want to assume, Nikki, send. I don't want to assume, Nikki. Is this something that you want to get fixed? See you, Evie. Is this something that you want to get fixed eventually? Or is this a kind of like need to get done now kind of thing?
I'd like to get it done ASAP.
ASAP. Now, what's stopping you from doing this by yourself? Are you looking for help? Question mark, send.
Well, I'm looking for help, but I guess I have fear as well because I don't really know much. It's in a new realm in what I know.
Don't be afraid. Here's what I think. This guide and training is going to be a good fit for you. But on top of that, I just have a bunch of ideas that I like to share with you. Would you be open to getting on a quick call, maybe 10, 15 minutes?
Absolutely.
Great. I'm going to send you a link and it's going to give you this tool and this magnet and this video training with guide, whatever we had said earlier. And it's also going to have a link to my calendar. I'll keep this chat open. Let me know when you book a time.
Okay. Done.
Amazing. I saw that you booked for 6 o'clock. I'll see you then. Hey, please make sure that you set an alarm because I know your time is valuable and so is mine. Do you think there's anything that would interrupt us from getting on this call at 6 o'clock tomorrow? Send.
No, I booked a time where I know I'm not going to be disturbed.
Wonderful. Do you think there's anyone else that needs to be on this call with you?
Not right now, no.
Excellent. See you at 6. Fast forward, 6 o'clock comes. Now we're on the phone, Nikki. Pause. Any questions or confusions about that process?
No, you make it sound so easy. I just need you in my head when I'm doing all this stuff.
This is literally nothing different that I've said for the last 365 days. But stick with me. Now we're on the phone. We're still role playing because we're talking about how to help someone and get them into our downline. How does that translate? How does helping somebody else equal someone coming into our downline? Has anyone else thought about that? How is helping them going to get us in our downline? Is Dawn the only one that thinks that?
Well, you're going to get them to like, know, and trust you, basically. You're building their trust.
Yeah, we're not done role playing, but yeah, you're right. We're building trust 1,010%. Thanks for sticking an extra 27 minutes, guys. You guys obviously are getting some value. And I know some people had to leave. And if you have to leave, please do. This is still streaming live and it's recording. So if you got to go, you got to go. But now we're at a
And
point
then
where we're getting.
join your downline straight away. But
Say it again?
someone that gives you that amount of value and that amount of assistance, there's no way known that if they were looking for another company, that they wouldn't come to you.
Right. But see, here's the deal. I'm not in it for the short, let me get someone in my downline. I'm in it to build a lasting relationship because the people in my life are my life. And when I do business and choose my business partners, I'm not a rookie and picking any scrub off the freaking street. I'm curating and I'm making sure that the individual in my business is first freaking class all the way.
Quality is better than quantity because quantity will come.
Thank you, my friend. Imagine having an organization with real quality people and imagine taking someone through a process that's first class. That will duplicate, but we're not done role playing because I want to get you in my downline. Ready?
Yes.
Awesome. Nikki, thanks so much for making the commitment to this call. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful, thank you.
Where are you calling in from, Nikki? You got a nice little accent there.
Well, I'm from England, but I live in Florida.
Oh, I love it. England to Florida. You went from cold, rainy days to beautiful sunshines at the beach. That's big, big move. I love that. Love that. Well, hey, listen, my intentions for this call today is really just to get to know you a little bit better personally and a little bit better professionally and, share some information and value and see if I can be of any help to you. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. What's your intentions for the call today? What do you want to get out of this call, Nikki?
Well, I just want to feel more comfortable and wonder how the hell I can do my business.
I love it. And that's a great
warm market. They're all basically, I'm in the NFL.
No friends left. Very familiar. And that's a great segue. I want to jump right in. I value your time. And you're talking about your business. Tell me a little bit about your experience in this home-based business.
Well, it's just, I'm very excited. So of course I'm telling my families and friends and they're like, are you nuts? Here you are in another one of those things. And I try and tell them, I explain to them, how a pyramid kind of basically matches up with your job, but they don't want to hear
it. Been there, done that. Yeah, sounds like we're singing. It sounds like we sang the same song at one point.
Yeah.
And thanks really for sharing. And maybe just some more questions about that. How long have you been in this current network marketing company for?
4 years.
4 years. Tell me about it. Do you love it?
Oh my gosh, I love it. It's the culture. I mean, the people I've met, the community. I mean, I don't necessarily have to be in their team. They invite me to their presentations. But again, I'm stuck at inviting people because I'm going into my cold market. So I don't know who the hell to invite because my friends won't come because they know they're going to get pitched.
Well, I'll tell you what, I know that resource that I gave you yesterday is going to come really, really in handy as soon as you have your time to wrap your head around that. And let me ask you some more questions. It sounds like you have a great culture and a great fit. Do you have support from your upline? Tell me about your upline.
No, my upline's really good, but I mean, she's on the other side of the world. So we have a time difference. So if I have a prospect, it's really hard to book a time.
Got it.
She came over to help me because I had momentum, but people have dropped off.
Sure.
Yeah, so it's just, I mean, she's awesome, but as I say, it's the time change that makes it really difficult.
Okay, pause right here. So what I'm hearing is I'm not hearing a lot of pain as far as her current situation, as far as her team, as far as her mentor, as far as her organization and culture. Right now, I'm kind of teetering on the side that this person may not be recruitable, but that's not going to stop my line of questioning and me trying to figure out a little bit more to see if she's open. Because wouldn't you know that there's network marketers that are involved in more than one network marketing company? Raise your hand if you know any network marketer that it's in more than one network marketing company. Okay, bingo, bango. Ready? Can we resume on this one? So Nikki, it sounds like you have a great culture, great community, great upline. It sounds like you got your goals dialed in. You want some big goals and some big dreams. You know, you got the missing piece of like just not figuring out how to talk to people outside of your friends and family. Now, is your mentor, your coach, your upline, your organization, your business, your network marketing company, are they not teaching you those things?
Well, I think they're teaching me the old school way, you know, like pick up the phone and you know, call 10 people a day.
How's
Or
how's that working for you, calling 10 people a day? How's that
what's
working? How's
it feels like crap. I mean, I'm scared to death. You know, even when I go networking, I pick up 10 business cards and call them. They're like, who the hell are you? Basically, I feel it in their voice.
Now, how is that affecting you? How do you feel? It feels like crap. How's that affecting? Is that affecting any other areas of your life?
Well, I'm just getting burnt out.
Burnt
I mean,
out.
it's becoming a chore. I'm not enjoying it at all.
Got it. Pause. You see what I'm doing now? I'm extracting the pain. People take action when they're emotional. Is everyone tracking with me? Is this making sense? I'm going to transition now. I'm going to be the knight in shining armor. Are you ready? Okay. Nikki, I'm so terribly sorry that you're experiencing this. And I got to tell you, listen, it's not your fault. You are not the only person that's going through this. I've talked to so many network marketers, so many that are experiencing the exact same thing as you. But as soon as we get some detailed skills and information, as soon as we give them a roadmap, a clear roadmap on how to actually talk to people who aren't family and friends and how to engage with them on social media and the internet, it could quickly turn around for you. As long as you're committed and you have the work ethic and you're willing to do things that you may have not have done before. Where are you at with your work ethic, and where are you at with how comfortable you are trying things that you've never tried before to build your business?
Well, I want it to work. I mean, I have a busy job that I really enjoy, but you know, I have a calendar that I can work by, and I can put at least a couple of hours a day towards this. You know, I want it, you know, I want it to work.
I love that you want it. I can hear the desire in your voice. And, you know, I'm lucky because I get to work with people just like you every single day. People who are on fire, who are light up, who are positive. People who, you know, when I say, hey, try this, they actually try it. People who, when I say maybe schedule some in your calendar and they do it. People who take imperfect action. Now, these aren't people who have microwave, you know, result mentality. You know, these people who I work with, I teach them real business skills, Nikki. I mean, like, this is not Mickey Mouse time, right? And you don't sound like a Mickey. It sounds like you hate Disney World. And I'm joking, of course.
Well, no, I like Disney World, but I don't think like Disney World.
I love it. I'm just teasing with you. You know, I value your time here, and I know that resource I gave you yesterday is going to help you out. But let me ask you a silly question. And listen, before I ask, I just want to know. I want to let you know I enjoyed this conversation, and I enjoy just, you know, chatting with you. And I want to make sure that I treat you like a professional, just like I treat everyone else that's in my organization and on my team and the people that I work with. The people in my downline, I teach them a system that's bulletproof. I give them one-on-one coaching. We have a group coaching environment. I have a library of skills, training. They're really succinct. They're short guides, documents. You know, I have a Facebook community that supports them. I have leaders within that community that know what they're doing, that can help with my leverage time. It's really a wonderful thing. And it's really to help network marketers just like you think differently about how to build their business online. And I'm not sure if you're looking for another network marketing opportunity. I'm not sure if you've ever been in more than one network marketing opportunity at the same time. But if I were to share some details, would you be open to finding out more about my network marketing opportunity?
Yes, I would.
And that's great. And let's pretend that she said no. And listen,
If I say, well, no, I like my network marketing company. I need to focus. I'm taught to teach. I'm taught to focus on one, not on.
I love it. I love it. Love it. You have a great mentor. They're teaching you the right things. And I would never, ever want to pull you away from something that you're so passionate about and something that you love. But I want to share one more thing before we go today. I have a coaching program that teaches network marketers just like you these skills that's able to position you to think differently about how to approach your whole network marketing community. If I share some details about that coaching program, would you take the time to review it to see if
Oh,
it's
hell yeah.
okay?
Yes.
Stop right there. Open the damn microphone and tell me. Not you, Nikki. You did a great job. Dawn, hopefully that answered your question. Well, let me ask you, Dawn. Let's start right with you. What's your feedback, Dawn?
She's on mute.
I think she's chewing something like I'm chewing something. While Dawn's chewing, anyone else, what's your feedback?
I heard you being respectful. Listen to what she was saying so that you could offer her. Well, you kept going until you found the pain point, because if there wasn't a pain point, then you would have had nothing to offer. And I quite like that.
Thank you for that feedback, Helen. Helen, do you think that's something that you can, over time, master, and that you can do the same thing that I did from beginning to end?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm on the way.
Who else would like to share some feedback?
Well, I really like.
I have some.
Go ahead,
Go,
Xander.
Teresa.
Okay, I'll go.
Ladies first, go ahead.
What was I gonna say? I really liked. Yeah, I forgot. Go Xander, and then.
I'm sorry if I put you off your stride. I heard you coming from a position of serving first, along with the respect that Helen mentioned. It really was, how can you help her? How can you be of service to her? And it never once felt like you had a sales agenda, although obviously we have to have a sales agenda, right? That's the whole point. But if we can come across from a service first stance, then I think good things will come. I certainly got that feeling from what you were saying.
Thank you, sir.
Well, it was how you know, when I came to you, it's like I was ready to throw my credit card at you right when we were on our strategy call. Actually, I was ready to throw it at you when at the end of the 5-day challenge, because I saw something different in you guys.
We have so much beautiful work to do together, Nikki. You have no idea, because you had the right attitude.
Can't wait. It might be a lot slower than others, but I will get it.
Hey,
10 years of braiding, I've suddenly got it.
Can you let yourself off the hook? I mean, you are, I call this business school. You are 2 months into business school. This is business school. The tactics that I'm teaching you is not freaking network marketing. It's business. Welcome to business school. Sorry, I'm not going to give you a degree at the end though. Teresa?
You guys need to. You need to make some plaques and all that so we can hang them up. Anyway, yeah, what I really liked was that exactly what Xander was saying was that, you know, it all comes down to your offer. So your message, your offer, that is always what you're giving. Like that's what's important to you and the way that you are serving people, and you can serve them either way. So you're giving them, if you like them and want to work with them, you're giving them the option to get this for free from you. And it's okay if they don't, if they're happy with where they're at, you're still giving them that same thing. So it all goes back to that service. It's just that if you like them, you can invite them to come and get it for free. What I mean is if you like to work with them.
I get it.
Oh.
Now, before anyone else can chime in, or anyone else chimes in if you want to.
Hey, Fabian, before you do that, can you repeat the very last thing that you said before you asked me to talk? Because, sorry, I have ADD, and after all these people talked, like, I have no idea what you said, and I lost my train of thought.
I think the only thing I said was, what's your feedback?
No, like how you closed it out.
With Helen or with Nikki?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, I had asked her about her network marketing experience. I fast forwarded and I said, hey, this may or may not be for you, but the people who I want to work with have a high level of work ethic. They're this characteristic. Have you ever considered, are you open to looking or doing another network marketing company in addition to the one that you have? And then she said yes right away. And then I said, okay, well, don't say yes. And she's like, no, I'm very happy with the community that I have. And I said, okay, great. Well, listen, I work with tons of network marketers just like you who are in the same position of not being able to figure out how to find people to talk to after they talk to their family and friends. And then I described the coaching program that I have. But we're recording everything, so I didn't say it exactly like that. I mean, and here's another thing, and I'm glad you asked that question, Dawn. I don't know what the hell I say. I have no freaking idea. You know what I do? In my brain, I have a framework of where I want to go. I know my destination. I know where I want to finish, okay? And I know that it's not about me and it's about them. That is my mojo. That's my secret. My secret is all time. It's not about Fabian Brown. No one cares about me. There's an expression, there's a quote that says, what is it? Hold on. No one cares what you know until they... Nobody cares what you know until they know how much you care. Something along those lines. I'm messing it up. Nobody cares how much you know until they know how much you care. I'm paraphrasing it, but it's along that line. So until someone knows how much I care about them, I don't talk about my network marketing company. It's all about them. There's no trickery. There's no hypnotism. There's no NLP. There's no like voodoo with dolls and needles. All this is essentially marketing and psychology and sales. And sales is in a dirty 4-letter word. I guess that's a 5-letter word if you put the S at the end of it, but you know what I mean? Sales is a good thing. We sell all day. I sold my kid to freaking brush their teeth today. They weren't doing it. I sold my 13-year-old to show, you want me to buy you a TV? Yeah, right. Let me see your report card grades. I sold her on raising her B to an A in order to get a TV. You want a TV? Well, you got 2 things missing for that assignment. I tell you what, you hand in those 2 things, regardless if the teacher gives you an A, if I see that you hand those 2 things of missing assignments, I'll consider getting you your TV. Sell, sell, sell. Now, people, let me just end with this because I got my food right here. My wife is pissed off at me because I'm on this phone for 45 minutes after my scheduled time because at 7 o'clock I'm supposed to be not on this computer anymore. But I'm here showing up for you because one of our students had a question and was confused about the process of how making it about other people's businesses translates into your downline. Is there any confusion on how is that a problem anymore? Dawn, is that a problem still, or are you still confused? And it's okay if you are, because I know you just admitted ADD and distractions. Are you confused or are you not confused? Are you shaking your head? Yes, you're confused, or are you shaking your head? Yes, you still are confused. Yes, you still are confused. Okay.
Yes.
Is there anyone else that is still confused like Dawn? Okay.
But I don't want to hold you up for dinner, so go ahead.
I think this is what I would recommend if you're still feeling confused. This is being recorded. I would invite you So watch this recording again. And I would invite you to, at the point that you get confused in the recording, minute marker like Fabian at 2 hours and 15 minutes, this is where I got confused. So then I can go back to that reference, that time mark, and then I can be like, oh, okay, so let me help clarify whatever part that you labeled that is the part where you went from understanding to not understanding. So help me help you by identifying where in the process you got confused. Because I remember asking at certain points, is everyone tracking? And then everyone gave you thumbs up. And then I remember asking you specifically, Dawn, are you tracking? And you're like, yes. So at some point you were tracking, and then at some point you got confused. So I don't know what that point is. And without going through that all over again, my recommendation, Dawn, are you committed to going over this recording, rewatching it, and then discovering where along the timeline you got confused, and then coming back to me and letting me know? 1,000% awesome. Okay, for everybody else, is there anybody else that's confused? I would invite you to do the same exact thing. Before we go, is there anything else that anyone has to say that's on their mind or heart?
I just want to say thank you. I really enjoyed this training. I've learned a lot, and I guess this is every day, Monday to Friday or Monday to Sunday.
Monday to Sunday. You wish, sister. Lily, we'll chat offline. I'll give you all the details, and I'll explain this extra little promo that I gave you on your purchase, so you are very crystal clear on when to come, when not to come, and when it begins, when it ends, and all that good stuff. Okay, is that fair? All right, great.
Sure.
You're awesome. Lily, who invited you again? Was that Deb? No,
that was Heidi Berg.
Heidi, that's right. Heidi.
All the way from Africa.
South Africa. Awesome.
South Africa.
Lily, we'll chat. I know me, you, and Heidi are in a group chat. We'll continue the conversation there.
Okay, sure.
And thank you for your warm compliment. I really appreciate that. It goes a long way. My love language is not words of affirmation, but it's nice to hear that the things that I'm saying is resonating with people.
Yeah, it's
ask me what my love language is. Just
it's
kidding.
amazing. It's true. Okay, bye.
Thank you, Lily. I was just gonna say, I was making a joke, but Lily doesn't know me long enough to make it.
What is your love language?
Come on, Marlo. Marlo, you can't ask that question. Someone else asked the question.
Personal touch.
There you go. And how do you know it's personal touch? Because I got 10 kids.
Right. You're compassionate.
That means
I was gonna say.
I like to have what?
I was gonna say acts of service, which could be personal touch too.
Look at Teresa.
You tell me about that.
when I did my score, acts of service and physical touch, they were one number apart.
Oh, that's cool.
We all have a main one, but acts of service was literally, I think it was like a 36 and a 34 or 35 or something like that. I should do that. It's a good test. Okay.
It must be so hard for you, Fabian, to not be able to give us all a big hug.
Yeah, I'm very much I'm a hugger. I am definitely a hugger. Even through coronavirus, I got like, oh man, sorry, dude. I want to hug you, but Sarah got a hug when I met Sarah. She just had to promise me she didn't have coronavirus, and I promised her that I didn't either. But she got a hug. We got a picture too, so she knows I'm real. I'm not a virtual robot. Anybody
That's up for debate. What's for dinner?
Chili. And my chili's chili.
Tell Danielle we're sorry.
She doesn't. I will. She doesn't care.
She doesn't care.
Go give her a big hug.
Before we close this container, great call, guys. An hour and 50 minutes long. I appreciate your dedication on staying this long. It's amazing. I'm so glad that we recorded it, because I never had a walkthrough from top to bottom on the full strategy and how you can recruit to your downline. But now it's documented, and you can rewind it and watch it over and over and over again. And for the first time ever, if you're ever stuck on the process, then you can identify it for me, and then we can work directly on that specific process that's catching and holding you up. Now, I will say there is a caveat to the process that I did not I did not elaborate on in this example with Nikki is in that question asking and that two-step post. In between there, you can put momentum content into that two-step post. So what I'm trying to say is you don't have to go right from market research to two-step post. You can go from market research to testimonial to personal story to two-step post. You can do a lot in between there. But the idea is if you do a momentum, and I'll do a training on that, but if you do anything momentum building into, I'm doing it wrong, building into the two-step post, if you put momentum into it, what you have to be mindful is an overarching theme. The theme has to be consistent from one post to another. It's like you're telling a story over 2, 3, 4, 5 days. In fact, inside of the Become the Upline Facebook group, I made a post after one of our, in fact, it was Tuesday night, I made a post that describes how you can build momentum into a two-step post. Only 2 or 3 of you commented on it. Facebook tells me how many people actually saw it. And it was like 24 of you, but only 2 or 3 people comment on it. But that's okay. It's not about the comments. It's about the resource is there for you. So what I did today, a portion of that is in written form, because I know everyone learns differently. Some people can do the video thing. Some people can't. Some people can do the audio thing. Some people can't. Some people could do the writing thing. Some people can't. But as an educator for over 15 years, I understand that everyone has a different learning style. So when someone like Dawn says, I got confused, it's not Dawn's fault. Maybe Dawn doesn't really learn in this type of format. And you as coaches and as leaders also need to know that you need to understand the way your people learn. So you can't beat them up or belittle them and be like, what the hell is your problem, bro? No, you just have to recognize that there are different types of learners. Does that make sense, everyone? We all have a disability, whether we want to admit it or not. Some of your disabilities is just your plain piss poor attitude. And that's a disability too. Turn your frown upside down. Give yourself a hug. Don't be problem oriented, be solution oriented, and things will work out. But you have to want it to work out. Or you don't. If you want a refund, just talk to David. I'm pretty sure he'll give it to you.
Thanks, Fabian. I'll close this call out. And we all want to hope that you guys had a wonderful and beautiful time here tonight. Fabian, you need to go eat your dinner.
I'm eating it.
And we all would like to get on with our day or night or whatever too, because you did an awesome job in troubleshooting questions.
Words of affirmation is not my love language. Thank you, Marlo. I appreciate you closing out. Thank you for the virtual hug. I appreciate you closing it out. Or was something else I was going to say?
You constantly over deliver. It's amazing.
Over deliver. Eric Sablon, he's back.
Oh, I've been back.
You just want to give me the microphone, bro.
You had to make up for the 3 minutes that I took it.
Hey, Eric, I'm text messaging you, so be sure to look at it.
Bill, you had Teresa's phone number? Stalker. Don't let
I actually don't have her. Oh, I do have her phone number. I just got to dig around to find it.
Stalker. Don't give your phone number out to these people. These people are weird. They're from the internet, Eric.
Well, I actually met her at an event, so I've actually seen her in person.
Oh.
And I can say that I know Miss Alaska runner-up.
Can I tell you guys something? Can I tell you something, Miss Alaska runner-up? Don't play with my emotions. We are here to change your life. We are here to make impact on other people's lives. We are here to help you make income financially in your bank account. Do not play with my emotions. That is why we are here. That is why you wrote it. Well, you didn't write a check. That's why you swiped the credit card. That's what you signed up here for. And I will deliver on the results for the people who are willing and open to receive that type of message. And it's okay. You don't have to do it in 30 days or 60 days or 90 days. Maybe some of you need longer time. You'll have an opportunity to work with us longer if that's what you want to do, if you see the value. And if you don't, that's okay too. I know that there's a right person, there's a right community for all of you waiting out there. And I know for some of you, there's my buddy. And I know for some of you are going to build your own communities, and you're going to have to really, really, really figure out who your ideal avatar is and is not. And I pray and I hope, and my thought is for all of you guys to find exactly what you're looking for in these 3 months that you have with us. Or some of you are a little bit longer or shorter, but you know what I mean. I really hope that you find what you're looking for. That's my prayer. That's my commitment to you. That's why I'm on 1 hour and 58 minutes. It's not because I have to. No one's making me. You want a coach. And it's about results. Next week, let me future pace you. Next week is about this 5-day challenge and the promo cycle for this 5-day challenge. Last time I promoted this 5-day challenge, there was some hesitation in promoting it because there were some individuals that felt that it was, and I know this might be news to some of you, but there were some individuals that felt it was just about promoting our program. So just rest assured that this 5-day challenge is about promoting the people who promote it and their network marketing company and the opportunity if they qualify to be in the BTU program. You know how we talk about friction points? The friction point to get into this program it went up 25 clicks. 25 clicks. I don't want no scrubs. And here's what I mean by that. At the 5-day challenge, if you remember, because some of you guys enroll by the 5-day challenge, that last day, here's the beautiful thing. Before we announce the scholarship winner, here's what I'm going to do for you. I don't have to, but here's what I'm going to do for you. And for your beautiful network marketing companies that you love and adore. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say at the end of that 5-day challenge, or before we announce the scholarship, hey, listen, guys, I know you're freaking excited about these last 5 days because you wouldn't still be here on day 5 if you weren't. But I want you to think about the person who invited you to this 5-day challenge. Think about them. More than likely, that person that invited you to this challenge is working directly with me and my team. And here's the good news for you. Everything that we covered over these last 5 days, that individual, guess what? They know this information like the back of their hand. So you have an opportunity, my friends, a big opportunity to work directly with them in their network marketing company if you see an opportunity for yourself to work with them in their downline organization. Now, listen, some of you may be thinking, but Fabian, I already like my network marketing company. And that's cool too. We're no spammy pammy pressure people. It's all good. But you also stuck around here because you see a system and value to apply to your downline. So here's the deal. If you were invited by an expert professional that we're working with and you're open to their network marketing opportunity, they're going to hold your hand. They're going to teach you all this information for free. Just join their downline. But for all of you other people who are set and you're situated and you have your flag planted in your beautiful, delicious, sexy network marketing opportunity, here's what I got for you. And then I go through my sales pitch, baby. And then you get your commission anyway, $13.50. You're welcome. Heidi, what time is it?
3:01.
3:01 in the morning.
Yes.
1 minute past 2 hours you've been on.
Yeah.
Heidi,
Just
what bottle of wine do you drink and send me your address?
Ooh, any red, nice dry red.
A nice
But
dry
I
red.
like South African wine, so it's not gonna work.
I got some great wine selections, dude. You have no idea.
Ish. Yeah, we'll have to talk.
Tell you what, because I know I've seen you drinking some wine on these calls. Tell you what. Congratulations on Lily.
Thank you.
We'll talk offline. The next time you decide to schedule a call with me, we'll talk. Not just about wine, but we'll talk.
Yeah, sure.
You are free.
Can I?
Yes, Sandra.
Can I finish on a win real quick?
Yes, sir.
We took some imperfect action. We recorded our video. We've got our first thing live on our own domain, rocktheboat.life, and that is the $47 challenge. So David, Eric, and Fabian, thank you so much for making that available. We've put it up. We've put the hammer down on ourselves to get it before we set sail again, and it's live. And we're going to now build the momentum into it. And yeah, I just wanted to share that. I'm super stoked.
You tested the cart and everything. You tested the cart. You tested the payment processing.
Yeah. Through using the test process.
Look at my
test card.
That's not even cool. Not even 1 week later, dude. That's amazing. Congrats.
Oh, look, Robert put the pressure on, and I'm not one to back away from a little bit of competition. Oh, wow. So yeah. Hey, and thanks. Yeah. Anyway, that's all.
You're the man, dude. All right, guys. Have a great day. Eric, you're not allowed to go. Bye. See ya. Hasta luego. Enjoy your night or your day, because some people are daytime. Heidi, get some rest. Lily, I will message you in the group chat. Imagine Heidi staying that long.
I can't, can you stop the recording on Facebook or the live stream on Facebook?
Let me stop the